So, another fun little vlog from me. First of all, I'm loving the hair today. This is my hair just natural after sleeping with it as normal yesterday, and then I've just put the hairband to kind of separate the front bits from the back, but I've not pinned it or anything, and I just love it. It's all red, everything is red, and it's making me happy. Now, today, I want to talk a little bit actually about yesterday first, because obviously yesterday I did my singing set, and I mentioned how I felt a bit weird about it, a bit mixed, and I felt, even though people responded to it well, I felt weird about it. Well, today I had quite a few people come up to me and say that they really enjoyed it, and that they thought I was as good as anyone they'd heard on the West End, which is just mental. One woman told me she'd gone to see Les Miserables 4 times and that I sounded just as good as anyone she'd seen in the roles. So that kind of took my breath away. I couldn't quite believe that. And then actually tonight, someone came up to me and said, "You'd make a wonderful Fantine," and I genuinely almost lost my breath. I was like, oh my goodness. I'm just gonna grab a thing for my hair. So we're gonna speak that into existence for the coming years, because I would love to play Fantine one day, or just be in Les Miserables full stop. And I had a few more lovely comments of people saying that they really enjoyed it, etc., which is just so lovely and very nice and definitely helps my confidence grow. But then a very strange thing happened. I was wearing, well, you saw what I came in as, but this dress. And as I was handing out cards for today's jukebox bingo, I was wearing my jumper because it was a bit cool. And someone came up to me and asked me, "Why are you wearing that jumper?" And I said, "Oh, because I'm a bit chilly and I just wanted to wear it while I was handing these out." And they said, "Well, you shouldn't be presenting like that." And I was very confused. I was like, what? And they said, "Yeah, you shouldn't be presenting like that." And I said, "No, I always take my jumper off before I start presenting and just wanted to wear it now while I'm still handing out the cards." And they said, "Yes, but you should know better than that. You weren't doing that yesterday." And I was like, "I wasn't wearing my jumper yesterday during the performance." And they said, "No, not the jumper, but what you were wearing yesterday. Do you think that was appropriate?" Excuse me? The dress I was wearing yesterday is probably as revealing as this. Yeah, maybe the sleeves come up a little bit higher, but really it's much of a muchness, and I was wearing leggings with it and boots. But it turns out he wasn't talking about modesty, he was talking about the fact that it felt underdressed for what I was doing. And he said, "I didn't like that dress at all. Your singing was much better than your clothing." And it was so strange because he was clearly complimenting my singing, but simultaneously totally bashing my fashion, I guess. But the thing that was just so baffling to me was like, why do you think that's okay? Like, why do you think it's okay to comment on what I'm wearing? But then I finished that conversation, and literally the next table I went to, and they were a bit further away, so I don't think they would have heard the conversation I'd had. The first thing they said was, "I loved what you were wearing yesterday." So honestly, who knows? Obviously, I'm not gonna let it affect me. I like the dress I was wearing yesterday, and I'm gonna continue wearing it. But I just think it's very strange that someone thinks it's okay to say that. But anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say for today. I can't think of anything else. The evening entertainment tonight was actually really good, so I enjoyed that. Actually, I've just realised I brought my washing to the laundry room before I went for the evening, and I don't know if they've brought it back yet. Yes! Ta-da! And is the hanging stuff in the hanging cupboard? Oh, yes. Most of it's in there, but then I did just see one thing in here, so I don't know why they've done that. There's literally only one item, and everything else is in the other cupboard, but yay! That's really nice, I'm very happy about that. But anyway, I think that's all I want to say. I'm now gonna finish getting ready for the evening. Oh, and actually, I don't know if I can show you this. I don't know if I can. Basically, next to us, the Tui Isla has shown up, which is identical to ours. So when it first turned up, I was very confused. I thought it was just a reflection of our ship, but I could see it was just ever so slightly different. So I was really confused. I was kind of looking. I was in the reception when they pulled up, or when I noticed that they were there. They already had the gangway down and everything. And it turns out they had just showed up next to us. So I went over and said hi to the people working on that ship, which was nice. But anyway, I'm gonna continue getting ready, and I will see you later at some point. Hello! So unfortunately since last night I have had to keep my curtain closed because there is a ship next to us, so it's a little bit dark in here and I'm not getting much fresh air, but I could open the window if I wanted to, but I've chosen not to. But I wanted to show you what I am up to at the moment, because some would argue it looks like chaos. I am doing all my arts and craftsy bits. So I found these, which are acrylic markers, and I've never used them before, but I thought maybe they would work well on these notebooks. And because I've got so many that look the same, I decided to start doing some doodles on them. So this is my notebook for my studies. As you can tell, this is my 2024 notebook.
And for this one, I wanted to match what I've done for my cover page, so I liked that I had all the right colours for it. They don't pop quite as much, but it's still better than nothing. This is my big fat one that I still need to add a title to and also add all these things to, plus a couple of other things that I still have from this season. And then I also still need to do this one. And I've also got those markers, which I stole from upstairs. And I've got this pencil case here, plus some stickers that I also found, so I'm just gonna get decorating and colouring. I do need to do 2 different auditions today, and I will do them. I was kind of hoping for this ship next to us to leave, but I might just have to do it with bad lighting, which isn't ideal, but hopefully we can just get something. One of them is just audio, so I'll be okay with that one. It's the other one that I'm a bit more worried about. But it's only, I think, not even 1 o'clock. No, it's 1:45, so I've got loads of time to get things done. But my first task is to get this stuff into that big fat notebook and see how much I can get done. I'll see you all later. I thought I could hear the ship beside us move, and so I looked out the window and I was right. So I've set up for this first audition, and of course now the sun is going behind a cloud. That's really typical. But that's my phone in its little tripod. That's the wall I'm using. And that's my bed. Yay, with its mess. So we're just gonna give this a go and see how it goes. And I will probably find you all later. But I want to try and get this done before another ship slips in. And this is the look we're going for. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye! So I'm about to show you the setup I ended up having to go for. I had to close the curtains because even though the sun's now gone behind a cloud, before it was shining so brightly that it was making all my body look like it was lit up, which is not how you want it for a self-tape. You kind of want sort of this kind of lighting, very neutral, very nice, brightly lit. But no, I had to close the curtains and I'll show you the setup. And the problem is this is the only bit of wall I have, because here is the TV and you can't have that in the self-tape, and there's another wall and you can't have that. So I was basically limited to this, but it was meant to be a bit of a dance, so very, very hard. And this is what we had to end up doing. I've got 3 notebooks trying to balance this flimsy tripod. I've got both of these lights on because I had nothing else. It's just not fun. It's very frustrating because I know I can do a good job of the tape. I know I can do a good audition with this one especially, but I just can't because of the limited space and wall room and equipment. But you just gotta make do with what you have. I do also want to record this second audition, which is just an audio one, but I think I want to wait till I can take my lipstick off and drink some water so that the voice sounds lovely. I also just quickly edited the video of my audition, and as I was editing it there was a lot of noise coming from, I think, the wellness centre behind me, so I don't want that to be in my tape either when I'm doing the audio tape. And even now I think you can hear something. Ah well, we'll see what we can do. The joys of being an actress trying to do auditions in the most random places. The amount of times I've had to put up sheets or do weird and random things. I'm probably quite used to it by now, but it's very frustrating and I can't wait for the day that I just have a place with a self-tape room. One day in my future house I will have an office or something, or a second bedroom with a room with a wall that is just one colour and is designed for a self-tape, and my life will be so much easier. Ah well, for now we just get through it. Pretty good day. I feel like I've got quite a lot done in terms of the craftsy bits. I did my auditions. I haven't heard back yet from my agent, but that's all right. I'm currently sat editing a bit of my Taskmaster video for this year. I'm doing it in bits because it's too much to try and tackle in one go. And I don't think it's going to be just one video. I think it's going to be multiple. It might be part 1, part 2, part 3 or something like that. I don't know yet. I'm only on something that was a month ago, actually 6 weeks ago, so I'm just saving it in different bits, and then at the end I will decide how I'm gonna split it and make it happen and everything. I feel like I did actually come on here. Oh yes, now I remember what I was gonna say. Basically, from tomorrow my friend's gonna be here, so I don't know how much I'm gonna vlog, if anything. They leave on the 2nd of January, so presumably after that I will be back with the vlogs, and then the 5th of January the guests leave, and then I leave on the 7th. So there will definitely be more stuff. There just might be a little break for a couple of days, which I'm sure you don't mind. I'll try and film something on New Year's. I feel like I kind of have to, but again, we'll see. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say is we're finally back in Mainz. We were meant to be doing every single turnaround day here in Mainz, and we only did the very first one, I believe. I don't think we've been back since then. Actually, that's not true. We did 2. We did the first week and the end of the first week, and then that was it. So it's nice to finally be back for our second to last one. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share for now. I will vlog whenever I vlog next. Goodbye! This is 11:30 from my cabin. Like I'm just looking out my window right now, and there's so many fireworks going on.
you mean to me. Oh, you make me dizzy. Oh, yeah, keep singing. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for recording. Thank you for everything. It's been a while. I'm not looking my finest, but we're just gonna have to go with it. It's been a really lovely few days with my friend. I'm very glad they came. I'm very glad we got to spend the time together. We watched loads of stuff that's been on our list. We just chatted a lot. It was just really lovely. And I have to say, the last week in general, even sort of without my friend being here, has been a really chill, good week. The guests all seem lovely, at least to me, and the entertainment's been really good fun. Everyone's really joined in. The evening entertainment on the night of the New Year's Eve, or of New Year's Eve, was phenomenal. It was one of the best I've ever experienced, so that was really nice. And the fireworks. I have a feeling this is going to be the start of a new vlog and that the fireworks would have all been in the last vlog, but maybe I'll be combining it, so I don't know. But that was the best New Year's Eve fireworks display I've experienced. I wouldn't necessarily say it was like the most impressive fireworks display, because, you know, I've been to Sydney and that was pretty cool. And I've been to some others which have also been nice. But what I loved about this one was we were in the ship in the middle of the river, and everywhere you looked, every single direction, there were fireworks going off. And because I'm really introverted and I have social anxiety, I do not like big crowds. I do not like going out. I do not like being out at midnight and then having to get home. I don't like any of it. But here, I was just on the top deck of the ship, and once I was sort of ready, once I'd seen the main event, I could go down to my cabin, I could open my window and look at more fireworks just from the comfort of my own cabin, and it was fantastic. I loved the whole experience. And I was actually in the wheelhouse, so I could see literally, it was just incredible. It was probably one of my favourite New Year's Eves, and I get usually quite anxious and emotional around New Year's Eve, as well as my birthday, as well as everything else. And maybe I'm just growing up, or maybe I'm getting more used to it, or I don't know what it is, but nothing. I feel like I barely even acknowledged it this year, but in a good way, not in a bad way. And I still did all my like end of year wrap ups, which you would have seen on the channel, and I've got some, 2024 starter kind of things. So it's not like I've ignored the new year, but I've just not been as emotionally affected by it, which is really lovely. And I think also a big part of it is that I'm really happy with how 2023 went, and I feel like I had a really good year, but equally, I am ready to be done with it. It was really fun while it lasted, but I am so ready for 2024, and I think that probably really helps me as well. This is like a therapy session now. But I'm excited. I'm excited for what 2024 is going to bring, and I'm ready to tackle it. I'm ready to face it. And already, it's the 2nd of January, and earlier today I got an email asking for an interview for one of, a step up from one of the auditions I did earlier in the week. Or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I don't know. I did an audition, and I did it quite quickly because they wanted to get it in before they closed for Christmas and New Year's. So I literally had, I think, about 24 hours to learn the material and do it. And the lighting wasn't good in my cabin. It was really swayy because of my tripod being quite flimsy. It wasn't on this camera, it was on my phone, and it was just not great quality, but I thought I just should smash this out, get it done before Christmas. And then today they contacted me to say, well, my agent, to say that they wanted to have me in online for an interview. So I've got that happening tomorrow morning, which is exciting. I don't know what it's going to mean, but it's positive anyway. In this industry, it's so hard to, get an audition. Like, you apply for hundreds and hundreds of things, and you'll probably hear back from maybe 2. Maybe that's just my case because I've not got the credits that they're necessarily looking for, but in my experience, I apply for so many things and very rarely hear back from them. Then when I do hear back from them, I do an audition, and usually after that audition, that's it for me. I don't hear anything more. Occasionally I'll get a no, occasionally I will get a, we want you for the next round, but it's not likely, it's not common. So for me, on the 2nd of January to have already got that second stage is very exciting. And I don't think it's a long gig, and I don't think it's a massive gig. It's not West End or anything like that, but it's a gig, and it's exciting to even be considered. So I don't know what they're going to say in the interview. They haven't told me anything to prepare, so I'm a little bit nervous, but it's at a nice time. It's at 11 o'clock, so that works really well for me. I feel like that's all I want to catch you up on. That's where we're at now. We've got a few more days with guests, and then it's time to go. And because my friend was here, I didn't want to start packing yet, and also I've got a lot of laundry to do. Well, I don't really, but I want to try and get as many of my clothes washed before I pack them and leave, obviously. Because next week I'll be at my friend's house and I don't know. I presume I could do a laundry there if I really needed to, but I'd rather not have to. So I'm trying to wait until the last possible moment to do my laundry, and only then can I actually start packing properly. But I would like to at least start to get things sort of organised, because at the moment, because my friend was here, everything's just all over the place. My friend did help me eat some more food though, so that was good, although I then got more food. And actually, let me show you, my musician got me the most gorgeous gift for New Year's. I'm going to show it to you. So this is the bag it came in, which I think is already quite sweet. There is a little chocolate Santa, which, yes, is more food, but also it's small, I can eat that. And then I've got this really beautiful snow globe. That's not going to focus on me, is it? Can you see that? And obviously, look at that. It's so sweet. I don't think I've ever owned a snow globe, so this makes me really happy. Seeing it brings me a lot of joy. Maybe as a child I did, but I don't think I've ever actually had one, so I'm very happy about it. And then I'm so excited about this. I think it's such a gorgeous gift. It's a candle holder kind of thing, so you put a tea light in here and it shines through the windows and the door. And I've never had anything like this, and I love candles, and I'm so excited to one day in my future house have this together with the snow globe. I just think it's such a sweet gift, and I love it because it's small, so it's not going to take up too much space. It is fragile though, so I'm worried about packing it, but we'll have to just pack it in socks and clothes and other things to soften it. I'm very used to packing mugs, so should be similar enough. And it's house decorations, and I don't have a house. I don't have a place that's my own to live, but I'm dreaming about one day that I will have, I hope. So it's just nice to get things like this that I know I'll be able to put up as decoration and use year after year. It makes me very happy. I do think that's all I want to say. I need to, because my friend's been here, I feel like I've not done anything. So I need to update all my notebooks. I need to edit my videos and upload my videos. Just before, I was also organising sort of the playlists that they all go into, the ones that have been uploaded over the last sort of week or two. And I just feel like there's a lot of sorting out that I need to do. And obviously I need to get ready for this interview tomorrow. Although I don't really know what I'm meant to be preparing, but we'll see. And I'd forgotten that I'd set myself the resolution of putting jewellery and stuff into a closet, so I need to do that as well for today and yesterday, although I wore the same jewellery, so it's okay. And I think that's where I'm gonna leave this part of the vlog. I don't know what's coming next. I don't know if this is the end of the blah, blah, blah. And I think this is where I'm gonna leave this part of the vlog. Now, as I say, don't know if this is gonna be the end of the New Year's vlog or the start of a new vlog. Once I start editing, I'll be able to figure it out. But either way, stick around. I upload a lot about my experiences with River Cruise, although obviously this is now coming towards the end of the season for me. I've got a couple more days before I fly home. Also, as you can tell, probably my experience of being a struggling actress trying to find work, especially in London. And that's all part of the excitement for 2024, so we're gonna discover that together. I also like books and bullet journals and other organisational stuff. Speaking English apparently as well. There's a lot I cover on this channel. Recently it's been a lot of river cruising, and I do plan on having a couple more, but yeah, feel free to stick around if you want to. Okay, bye!